Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Serena, and I hope that you enjoy this video. So I know that it's been like a super long time since I've posted. I think, well, really it's only been last week I missed. But so last week I got my wisdom teeth out, and it was my spring break for college. And it was an interesting experience, but that's what today's video is going to be about, so let's just get right into it. Also, really quickly, I just wanted to point out that yes, I'm in my car. We have like a whole bunch of family and friends from New York right now visiting. So my house is like pretty full right now, so that's why I'm in my car filming. Alright, so I feel like I watched so many videos leading up to my wisdom teeth removal surgery. And a lot of them were very helpful. They were usually videos of the aftermath. There was a few videos that I watched of like tips and like things to do to prepare for your wisdom teeth removal. But I kind of wanted to do a video today to kind of explain like some things that I wish that I knew before I got my wisdom teeth removed, like some things that people may have not mentioned, or maybe they have and I just didn't see it, or maybe you just don't know. Just whatever it is, just some good things to know before you get your wisdom teeth out. I feel like some of these things could be considered as common sense, but then again, I had never had like some type of surgery. Obviously, I never had my wisdom teeth removed before. My mom had her wisdom teeth removed, but like years ago, so she didn't really remember. Same with my dad, and my sister did have hers removed a few weeks before me, but she had a different experience than me because she did get an infection. So I feel like these tips that I'm going to share with you guys, I feel like they weren't as much as common sense, at least to me. Like I said, I didn't know. So hopefully they are a big help to you guys. So my experience with my wisdom teeth, I will be honest, I was very nervous, just as anyone else would be. I never had like a real surgery where you had to get stitches or something removed or something like that. I never had a tooth pulled, so it was something that was kind of scary to me. I didn't know what to expect. I knew that I was going to be in pain, but I didn't know how much pain it was going to be, and that was kind of scary. So I feel like going in, I was a lot more nervous than what actually happened. I feel like my experience was pretty good. After I got out of surgery the first day, I was like completely fine. I was numb like basically the whole day. My surgery was early in the morning, and then later on at night I still had felt no pain. There was not really any swelling yet, and I was just eating like softer foods. I had like a smoothie and like mashed potatoes. Then the next day, I felt a little bit more pain on my left side, but my right side, the whole entire experience was completely fine. I had like no pain whatsoever on my right side without pain medicine. There was no pain. My right side was a little bit swollen, or my left side was a little bit swollen, and I did take a picture so I can insert that here. It really wasn't bad, but I don't know, it was noticeably swollen, just not as bad as I've seen some people get. So I feel like after the second day is which your third day, let me point that out, your third day is supposed to be your worst day. So my third day was my worst day for pain, and the swelling I didn't notice got any worse the third day or anything. It was mostly just pain, and I'll get into the tips because it goes along with my third day, but I just want to go over my experience really quick. So my third day was kind of my worst. Towards the end of my third day, or the morning of my third day, I was a little bit nervous. I thought that I may have gotten an infection, and so it was a Friday, and I didn't want to go the rest of the weekend in pain if I did have an infection. So I really wanted to go back to where I had my surgery done and just have them check me out, have them flush my holes out, and just check that I wasn't getting an infection. So I did that, and my surgeon said that he saw no signs of infection, and so I was good to go. So ever since then, that was my 3rd day. Ever since then, I've been fine. I think I am on, this is my 2nd week now from my wisdom teeth removal. So I am fine. I have finally been able to eat. I feel like I ate pretty solid foods like the first week. I saw a lot of people mention, like in the videos that I would watch, like in the comments, they didn't eat like real foods until like 3 weeks after. I feel like I started eating real food the first week, like the week mark. So yeah, I'm just gonna let you guys know some little heads up on some things that I wish that I knew before my experience. Alright, so one of the first tips and things to think about. So me personally, I have stomach problems, and I have been diagnosed with Crohn's disease, so it's just, I've been growing up with stomach problems. I know that I have stomach problems, but one thing that I didn't know is that pain medicine messes with your stomach. So if you have stomach problems, if you know that you have issues with eating certain foods that causes stomach issues, either pain or going diarrhea or having constipation, just keep in mind that pain medicine that they prescribe you may cause you to be constipated. So that is one thing that I really wish that I knew, because I do have Crohn's disease, so that would have been very helpful. Okay, the second tip. So for some reason, I noticed that throughout the day, even though I was taking pain medicine, that I was perfectly fine. I was in a little bit of pain, and yeah, I would take my pain medicine the certain amount of hours that my surgeon prescribed, my doctor prescribed. So I was doing that, but I was doing that at night as well. But I did notice that at night, the pain was a lot more worse. It was a lot more intense, and I realized that when you're sleeping kind of flat, and that way the blood is from your heart is rushing to the holes. But I did make sure that I was sleeping kind of elevated, with my head up, so I wasn't sleeping completely flat, but I did still have a lot more pain at night. So I found that a little bit disappointing, and disappointing is not the word I'm looking for. It wasn't very fun in general to be in pain at night when you're trying to sleep, so I didn't sleep very well the first few nights after my wisdom teeth surgery. So going along with number 2, which was the pain is a lot worse at night, is number 3, make sure that you eat with your pain medicine at night when you're taking it. So of course, like I said in tip number 2, that I had a lot of pain at night, so I was taking pain medicine at night to try and help me sleep through the night without any pain. Well, another thing that I didn't know, which it clearly says on the bottle, to eat when you take your pain medicine. So it was a little bit harder at night, because at like 2, 3 in the morning, you don't want to eat your food at like 3 in the morning and wake up and make like a whole big meal, but that's literally what you have to do, because I didn't do that, and I was just taking my pain medicine and then just going right back to sleep. And I would wake up in the middle of the night. I think it was like 2 nights that this happened to me, where I was very nauseous, I was dizzy, I couldn't get up, and I actually puked one night. So my sister did tell me that she was taking her pain medicine without eating at night, and this didn't happen to her. So it might just depend on, the person, but that did happen to me, so it could happen. I hope that it doesn't, because that was probably worse than the pain, was the feeling of being dizzy and nauseous in the middle of the night and not being able to get up. Okay, so number 4, this is a great tip. It is to rinse with salt water a lot. So I would say, I think my doctor told me the second day after my surgery that I could begin to start rinsing out my holes and making sure that no food is getting stuck in there. So that's what I did. And I think that saltwater rinses helped a lot with not only the swelling, but like the healing process, making sure that I didn't get an infection and that food was getting cleared out of my holes and stuff like that. So saltwater rinses is a definite must, especially if your dentist didn't give you like a syringe to like squirt water in your holes, because mine didn't. So I did just do the saltwater rinses, which I believe helped a lot. Okay, so number 5. So my dentist did tell me the first day that I got my surgery to ice my cheeks where I got my teeth pulled. But then he said the next days after that, following the first day, I need to use heat. So they did give me like this little like heating pad for my face, but not only that, I didn't put the heat on my face as much as I should have. So I feel like my swelling didn't go down as fast as it could have. But when I did have pain and I did put the heat on it, it definitely helped to kind of chill out the pain, and it really like made it feel like a lot better, as weird as that sounds, because I didn't think that heat would, you know, help with that. I'm not a doctor though, so obviously I wouldn't know. I was just listening to what my doctor was telling me. So it really did help. And I really think that if you are a girl and you have like a heating pad or something, you could put your heating pad like just around your face. Just put it on like a low setting or something. That's what I did. But I think that it really helped a lot with the pain especially, and the swelling, of course. Okay, so tip number 6. So this tip was what my dentist doctor told me. He basically said that the sooner that I can eat real foods like a cheeseburger, that the sooner I will heal. And when he first said that, I was like, you're crazy, because my mouth is like hurting right now. I can barely open it. I don't see how I'm going to be able to eat a cheeseburger, which you have to open up your mouth very wide for, right? And I also saw those videos saying how people didn't eat like real foods like a cheeseburger till 3 weeks after their wisdom teeth removal. So I was very confused, but he kept insisting that the sooner that I ate real foods, the sooner that I would heal faster. So I feel like he was right, because I started trying to eat real foods towards the first week, like the end of the first week after getting my wisdom teeth removed, and my jaw was very sore. I'll talk about that again in a little bit, but it was very sore. But I feel like the more that I tried to eat foods and chew and open it, that it started to feel a lot better. Just make sure that you're keeping your holes really clean after you eat. Okay, so tip 7, going back to when I said that my jaw was sore. So my dentist or surgeon, he told me to kind of, this is another thing that I thought that he was crazy on. He told me to massage my jaw like this, and like open it and close it, move it side to side like that, and do things like that to kind of like exercise your jaw. And I kind of thought he was crazy, because again, I was in pain. I didn't think that I could do that. I didn't see myself being able to do that. But after my visit on my 3rd day to go see him, and he told me that I didn't have an infection, but that I should be doing that, I started doing it, and my jaw, after I would say like the 4th day, my jaw was very sore. There was no more pain, but my jaw was just very sore, and it felt like I needed to open it and close it. So I did try doing a few things, like eating, chewing gum. I tried to like rub it, I tried to open it and close it repeatedly, just randomly, and like moving it side to side to try to like stretch it out, which I feel like helped a lot too. Right now I'm on my 2nd week and I have no like soreness. So overall, I feel like that was really helpful. Okay, now number 8. So one thing that my surgeon did forget to tell me was to not drink out of a straw. Now the only reason that I know not to do this is because my stepmom, who had gotten her wisdom teeth out before told me as I was drinking out of a straw, "Oh, did they tell you that you're not supposed to be drinking out of a straw?" And I was like, no, they didn't. So I had no idea that I was not supposed to be drinking out of a straw. And I guess the reason is because you have blood clots that form in the holes, and when you're sucking out of a straw, it could possibly pop one of those out, and then you can end up getting something called dry socket. Now, I'm still not completely sure what dry socket is. I just know that it's very painful to get if you do get it, and it's obviously a bad thing. So just keep in mind, at least I think it was up to 2 weeks, that's what Google said, to not drink out of a straw after you get your wisdom teeth removed. Okay, so my 9th tip is to just not baby it. I am the biggest baby on like planet Earth. Like, I am such a baby when it comes to injuries, to surgeries, to any type of wounds to myself. I babied myself, but I felt when I went to get a checkup when I thought that I had an infection, they made it seem like everything was fine, and I was like, okay, everything's fine. And I felt a little bit like, I felt embarrassed because I was nervous when they were flushing it out, and I just felt very scared. But in reality, you gotta flush it out anyways. You wanna keep it clean. It's better to just keep it clean ahead of time before an infection happens. I'd rather have a little bit of pain flushing it out, which it wasn't really painful, but at that point I was getting it flushed out on the 3rd day. And it's also different for different people. Everyone has a different experience. And then that brings me to number 10, you'll be okay. So like I said, my experience really wasn't that bad. I feel like everyone has a different experience, but I feel like if you just watch some YouTube videos, kind of like calm yourself down, depending on what where you're getting your surgery at, what your doctor recommends. I know at the place that I got my surgery done, my doctor did give me and my sister both a sedative, so that kind of helped us calm down a little bit more before our surgery, because I know that if I didn't have that, I would have been freaking out so much inside. And I feel like deep down I was a little bit, but the sedative definitely did help. And in reality, it's really not that big of a deal. I know I had to get mine done in order for me to fix my teeth. My teeth are very crooked. I did have braces when I was in middle school, and then of course I didn't wear my retainer. So I really wanted to fix my teeth again and get either Invisalign or braces. I'm not really sure which one I'm going to get just yet, but I really wanted to do that, and in order to get braces or Invisalign, I had to get my wisdom teeth out. I know a lot of people get it done. It's like one of the most common oral surgeries like in the world, so I know that if it's an oral surgeon, like, they're used to doing wisdom teeth surgery. So just follow, my tips, and just keep some things in mind. Make sure you're doing what your surgeon tells you to do to heal faster, and always listen to the professionals first. The things that I have talked about is either what my surgeon told me or what I just saw on Google. So I am definitely not a professional, obviously, and don't take anything that I'm saying to the heart. So if I'm saying something that you don't agree with, don't do it. I'm just saying what worked for me and what I did and what I found was the most helpful, and what are some good tips to know before you get your wisdom teeth out. So anyways, I hope that if you are getting your wisdom teeth out, I hope that it goes well. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm so glad to be back. If you're subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. I post a video every Sunday, so every week, expect a new video. Like I said, I took last week off because I got my wisdom teeth out. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.